We are live, ladies and gentlemen, hobos and tramps, cockeyed mosquitoes and bow-legged ants. I am here today with, as always, Chris Marquis.
What's up?
And our producer type guy, Brad Lemoine.
A type guy.
Type guy.
I like that, a type guy.
Brad type guy.
Type
I don't
guy.
want to label nobody.
Right.
You know, people never understand. You know, I'm a 36-year-old man.
I was wondering how Brad was identifying today.
Hey, it is what it is.
As I said last week, I identify as a Apache attack helicopter.
Oh, that's right. That's
Okay,
right.
explain that because I don't think Chris knows about that.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
It was it gets so in depth. You have
Was
to
there
find a
alcohol
paragraph.
involved?
No, this
Most
is
likely.
it's a YouTuber, like
Yeah.
a lesbian
Oh, well, that explains a lot.
social justice warriors talking about
Right.
how the right.
We're learning more about Brad every minute. I
assault,
like this.
She like claimed assault and verbal assault. They assaulted her emotionally. One YouTuber, he was like, "Oh, well, I identify as Apache helicopter," and he went in like so details. He's
About
like,
the helicopter?
about the weapon systems and
Right.
everything that he has. He's like, "It's
I'm a single rotor.
it is what it is."
It is.
So,
Well, glad to have the helicopter on board.
yeah, I'm so glad.
Oh yeah.
Glad for Brad.
He went MIA for about 8.5 years, but he's back.
Yeah.
And he's back.
He's back.
All right.
What?
Yeah.
You just said all right for no reason?
Because he can.
Why not, right?
Right?
No, but
So-
go ahead, Chris.
Well, I was going to ask you because we were talking a little bit earlier about what our topics are today, and we were talking about some of our topics are the three main topics are sex, fanny packs, and alcohol, right?
That sounds like a great day,
Right.
What more can you ask in life besides sex, fanny packs, and alcohol?
That's three important things in your daily life.
That's 4 of my favorite things.
So what do you want to start with?
Well, one of them you didn't lay. I was going to start off with the whole debacle of the Facebook.
Oh gosh, yes.
Facebook's they really screwed the pooch on that one.
Well, I saw, and was it today? He was actually having to testify in front of Congress.
Oh yeah, old Zuckerberger.
So what do you make of that? First of all, for people who don't understand a little bit about what happened there, supposedly, and this is, and again, I may not have all the information, but, they took all basically 50 million people's information, personal information and everything, and basically put it out there for everybody.
Well, it's been out that they've been selling our crap to China. Like, I'm not surprised.
And I'm curious, though, what is China, what is their interest in what I like today?
They jerk off to our
that's
awesome lives.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
Dude, they're working for $7 an hour. I work for
Right?
7 cents.
Hey, these people in Chelsea were bitching about the McDonald's ice cream machine. I mean, what interest of that is to the Chinese?
I don't know. I love Chinese people.
Like in our McDonald's in general, or
Right? No, I'm just curious. I mean, what are they going to do with all this information? I mean, seriously though. I mean, obviously, your Social Security's not on there.
Think about it, marketing-wise. Think of everything. No, think about everything Facebook does. It tracks where you go. It tracks your interests. It tracks everything. So they can tailor everything to you.
Now, I know everybody else is in this room, and probably everybody listening's done this too. You have that conversation, about, I don't know, fanny packs, okay? You open your Facebook, and the first ad on there is for a fanny pack, okay? That's so Big Brother.
Wait, what?
No. Like, if you talk about something...
I thought you just said that just happened.
No. He's like, wait a minute.
That puckered my butthole a little
Dude,
bit.
he's already got
That
fanny packs
puckered
on
up
his
my
Facebook.
butthole.
No, and I'm just saying, it's really weird, though, in a way, because, like, you'll talk about some conversation you'll be just having, and all of a sudden you open up your Facebook 30 minutes later, and what you were talking about is right there.
well, that saves me the hassle of trying to search something. It's right next to me.
Well, it's coming.
Yeah.
So, welcome.
Sorry. That was loud as hell.
It was loud.
I appreciate it. No, but I don't know. It kind of, a lot of people are deleting their Facebooks, or technically you can't delete it.
Well,
Isn't that kind of weird though? I mean, if you think about it, isn't that kind of crazy too? Though, it's the fact that you technically can't delete it. You know what's wild?
What's wild?
And I'm an old school guy. Okay, all of our MySpaces are still out there somewhere.
Nah, I think they finally gone.
Did they finally take it
It's
down?
finally gone.
Really?
Because
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake bought it, and now it's
Oh.
like a music website.
Oh, cool.
So I think they.
So it might be worth looking at again.
Yeah, I had like 7 Facebooks. I like lost the password,
Right.
and I just Googled Josh Ankesign, and I was like, which one's my profile?
Which one is me? Okay,
I
let's
was
see.
trying to find me. Mine's gone.
Is it, really?
Like completely deleted it.
Yeah, no, you can't find the Facebook profiles anymore. I mean, MySpace.
The MySpace, right. That's kind of weird though, if you think about it. And then the crazy part about it is there's like 25 different Facebook of everybody. And every day you open your Facebook up and there's some new freaking request to be your friend of some person you probably already have.
I wouldn't be surprised if it knew how many times a day you pooped.
There's a topic for conversation.
That is pretty awesome. I saw this article, which is completely pointless, and I don't know why it even brought it up. It was like, how to know you're normal when by the amount of pooping.
Is the term we're looking for regular?
Regular. How do you know if you're regular? Your pooping habits are regular.
Number?
My poop number's 1.
It was like the app to be normal. It started off with to be normal.
So just to clarify,
3 times a week.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Some people poop 3 times a day. It depends. I'm like, well, what's the point of bringing that up?
Well, just to clarify, we're talking about number of times, not quality, not shape, size, color, consistency, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
break records with my shit turds.
You know, and if you wipe.
If you wipe. I think if you don't wipe, you shouldn't count it.
It doesn't count,
No.
right? Oh, well, then I could be a 6. Yeah, no doubt. So, let's talk a little bit about the first topic. Let's talk sex, because everybody likes to do that.
Yes, I got a request from Tammy in Louisiana. Wanted to know about the double standards in the sex world, in the sexuality world, between women and men. And it's, I guess it goes hand in hand, because when you go with men can sleep whoever they want, and, you know, it's, I don't know if it's, like, encouraged, or what's the word I'm looking for?
Accepted, more or less.
More accepted.
It's the kind of thing, it's
adding numbers to your body count, you know?
Right. So it's always, you know, and it's always been that way. You know, it's kind of weird. Even in my day and everything, you know, it was like the male could always say, well, you know, his body count's X number, you know, and everybody's like, oh, that's kind of cool. But then the flip side of that is, let a woman talk about her body count, and all of a sudden she's right?
Yeah. Right? And
there's the double standard, though.
It even goes to, like, the type of guy she's been with. That'll deter a lot of people. But another thing is that she brought up was when girls have smelly downstairs. How come they never talk about
like when it
smelly,
smells like a bag of nickels?
Yeah, a bag of nickels mixed with
Is that what we're calling it today?
Old Ravioli.
It's a bag of nickels.
My coin purse has one too many coins in it.
One too many coins. There's a quarter in there.
Because you know, sometimes when you've been musty, you've been doing some work around the yard, and you sit on the toilet,
well,
your jewels and taint areas smell like butthole.
It does.
Well, how many times have you heard somebody say, "Well, that smells like ass"?
It smells like a pig's ass.
Right?
It does.
So, was it you that was talking earlier about the ball wipes?
The ball wipes.
What
That's
a great
brilliant.
concept.
Like I know we could use women wipes, but I don't want to smell like lavender.
Right.
I want to smell like a man.
Lilac and
I know you're more of a lemongrass kind of guy.
No, I was thinking like Old Spice. Or Axe.
Bold Spice.
Yeah, Old Spice.
Axe.
Imagine, what's the big buff black guy that does the Old Spice commercials?
Terry Crews.
Imagine him doing Terry Crews, the Old Spice ball wipe commercial.
In a kilt?
In a kilt. It'd blow my mind. Okay, now fanny packs. You mentioned fanny packs. They're making a comeback. Were they ever cool? That's what I want to know.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. The fanny pack, I never wore one.
You never wore a fanny pack?
No. What am I going to keep in a fanny pack?
I personally bought a fanny pack.
My ball wipes.
Your ball wipes.
You can leave your ball
That's
wipes.
where you're keeping them?
Yeah.
Condoms.
What are those?
Your bottle opener.
Bottle openers. Your
Sex
cell
packs
phone.
and shit.
You know the last condom
Those are
I
wet
played
wipes.
with? Have you ever done this? You open the condom, you roll down the window, and you accelerate until it explodes.
And see if it gets right.
It's really fun. Don't sit in the back seat because lube blows in your face.
Kids don't try this at home.
Yeah, and then we ate a bunch of Tide Pods.
Because Josh is a trained professional.
I am. Don't try it at home.
Snorted some pixie sticks and we called it a week.
Right. So the fanny pack thing, you know, it was a big deal back in the day.
When? It was like early 90s?
I guess it was early 90s.
90s was a terrible fashion.
For everything, right? Or is it just me?
Great music, terrible fashion.
Right? So, did you wear a fanny pack?
No, I was too young,
Well,
I
you
guess.
were too young, I guess so. So would
He
you
was
wear?
too busy beating me up over my fanny pack.
Right. So you were wearing the fanny pack. So here's a question for
I
you.
wore the fanny
for
pack
you,
in a relationship.
Right. For you hip guys today, okay? The fanny pack makes a comeback. Are you buying one?
I already have one.
You already bought one.
I have 5.
I went to a
Yours got.
glow
a
glow rave.
Did you bedazzle yours?
No, it bedazzled at the show. They sprayed
Right.
paint at you.
I
didn't want to wear paint
with a fanny pack.
Yeah, it's dark.
Nobody
I
recognized
didn't
you.
want to wear pants that got messed up.
You didn't want to wear pants.
I needed somewhere to put my wet wipes, my condoms, and my bottle opener.
Right. Josh, are you wearing the fanny pack if it comes back?
No.
No.
I can't rock it, dude.
That's the slogan. It's coming back. Get a fanny
Well,
pack.
people talk about...
Oh, that's it.
People talk about going through phases, like high school, or some people were like a skateboarder. So I've been the exact same.
Right?
Forever.
I'm the same guy I was in high school.
I see you got your hair down.
Yeah, but
Let's get a little flip.
When's the last time? Yeah, give us
it's
a
probably been 15. Hang on.
give us a shampoo commercial flip. Come on. How long's it been since you had your hair up or hair down?
I probably had it up. The weird part is half the people I know don't even know my name. They just call me Ponytail. And that's because I'm.
Oh yeah, when I say Chris, who's that umpiring?
Oh, the guy with the ponytail.
The guy with the ponytail.
Oh, sure.
You know PTE?
It's Ponytail Emergy,
Ponytail
right?
Emergy.
PTE. I like that. I'm going. That's my short name now. But yeah, I haven't had my hair done in a long time, and so many people. It's crazy. It's weird almost because people are like, hey, are you ever gonna wear your hair down? It's like it's like what's the commercial? I can't remember.
Talking
now.
about like L'Oreal or?
No, it's the shampoo that's supposed to make you all sexual.
I don't know. I need to get
I don't
that.
have it, but can you?
I need some.
Send some.
I need some too.
I need some. Everybody needs some.
I do.
Okay.
Was it got like horny goatweed in it or something?
I don't know what's in it.
Oh, don't tempt me.
Don't tempt
You know
me.
what's crazy? When you get all the drugs and all the hallucinogens and stuff, how come there isn't a drug that can trigger that in your brain?
Yeah, it's kind of funny you mentioned that because we were talking
And
about.
by that I mean like your horniness.
Oh, it doesn't take much. And I'm just going to speak for our side of the coin here, okay? With the guys, I don't think it takes a drug to trigger that.
No, I'll bang a rusty keyhole on the back of a donkey.
Right.
I'll tell you what. There is one that'll counteract that. A legal something you can buy anywhere as long as you're of age. That'll turn it off.
What is that?
Whiskey.
Oh,
Get you
I
some
don't
whiskey
know.
dick.
That's a lot of whiskey.
That's a lot of whiskey, right? It's funny because we were talking about that, and I was actually reading something earlier because we're going to be discussing some things about alcohol. And it's interesting that you say that why isn't there something to turn it on? But they're actually working in Finland or Sweden or something like that. They're working on a drug that actually will almost instantaneously counteract the effects of alcohol.
Yeah, it's a sober. Sorry for screaming. It's a sober pill.
Right. I mean, think about how amazing that would be to have, especially in this country. You enjoy your time. You're in the club. You're throwing down. What's the term you guys use?
Get lit.
Turning it up.
Turn up.
Turn up.
It's
turn
turn
up.
Shit's
turn
lit.
up. Okay. Shit's lit. Okay. You're pounding
Don't say
it down.
you guys. I don't know any of that. I just
Sure you don't.
That's.
But at 2 o'clock in the
Me too.
morning, you take the pill, and all of a sudden the Uber's there, and you can drive home.
You know, it's
Wait,
just
you
like
take a pill and the Uber shows up?
I'm not sure if the Uber shows up.
you know, that's just like a a shit load of vitamin C.
Yes.
That's what that is.
Well, it's or B. What's the one?
It's a mixture between. It's a bunch of vitamin C and then something else that helps it absorb faster. So I don't know what that is. I'm not.
So it actually just increases your metabolism to run it through your body quicker.
Basically,
if it's fast enough,
it gets
I can see
straight,
it
like
being a
almost
big
straight
deal
into your
then.
bloodstream or something. Not that fast, but it's like equivalent.
I would use it.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay. Would you use it if you had to stick it up your ass?
Immediately.
Imagine being in the bathroom in the bar. What the hell are you doing, bro?
Odds are you wouldn't be the only one.
Yeah, hey man, can you help me out?
Yeah. I got the funnel. Where's the wet rag?
Right.
Hey, you wouldn't happen to have some ball wipes in that fanny pack, would you?
Right.
Nobody got a condom.
No, I got these sober pills.
Pound it in.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's something I would actually use, though. I mean, if you think about it. I mean, if you could go out and literally get turned up like that and have
Like
a great time.
suppository in the bathroom.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Well, how would that work? Your blood alcohol level would still be high. So you'd still be effed if you got pulled over.
I mean, or are you sober? I mean, does it actually change the alcohol content? I mean,
no, but it's
is
still
it a chemical thing that's happening?
It would just counteract the effects, but it wouldn't filter out the alcohol out of your system immediately, though.
Well, I guess you could walk a straight line.
Yeah.
Say your ABCs backwards.
They smell like shit.
And that's the crazy thing. Have you seen those ones where they ask you to say your ABCs backwards?
I can't do that.
I can't do it sober. Right?
I don't even know my ABCs. I still have to be like, okay, if it's an M, I'm like M, L, P, Q. I have to start from A.
Right?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H.
You can't start in the middle.
No, I'm retarded.
Especially trying to do it backwards.
I'm 36 years old. You think I can do that?
I'm 36.
Look at him.
I'm 36. I'm a 36-year-old male.
So let's talk back to the original, the first thing on our topic line.
Apache attack helicopters?
Other than the helicopters.
I did find that full paragraph, by the way.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Really cool. We'll discuss that in just a few minutes. We'll talk about that for sure. But we had a question that we kind of looked at and says, is sex education really teaching kids what they need to know about doing the nasty?
I don't think it did. It's not on the level as like Mean Girls saying if you have sex you'll get chlamydia and die. But
which
it's
is a possibility.
We were talking about that earlier too.
Actually, chlamydia is a fun fact. Chlamydia is the most common STI in America. 2 million Americans get it every year.
Oh yeah.
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
Well, another fun fact.
I read about it.
Another fun fact is kind of interesting. You know, we were talking about it earlier. You know, the education is something weird today because in the old days, when I was growing up, your biggest fear was somebody's dad knocking on the door saying, "Hey, what'd you do?" You know, blah blah blah. Now, y'all's fear is dying.
Yeah, that's exciting.
I mean,
like it.
Right? I mean, that's real though.
I love it.
You talk about
we could get shot. We could eat too many Tide Pods. We could
burn yourself on the stove.
We could do a fire challenge and
all within 5 minutes.
Yeah,
right?
It's a great time. It's a great time to be alive, guys.
By the way, put those Tide Pods in your fanny pack.
Oh, I might get a fanny pack.
I mean, you can almost carry the big.
There's no cons, you know, and it's becoming cool. You're not going to look like a doofus,
right?
I'll tell you what. Next time I'll wear it. I'll model it.
Will you?
I will.
Will you bring your fanny pack?
I think it's a Magellan.
I don't think anyone
nice.
can rock a fanny pack like The Rock did in that picture.
Oh no!
No, but don't you think? Don't you think for just a moment there when that happened? Okay, that they're going. Okay, how can we market our tool here? Okay, I know. Let's put on Dwayne.
Put on Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Nobody will say anything.
Was he in Miami at that point?
Odds are.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Look what he's packed.
Johnson.
Right.
All right, read that. But yeah, when you get to the sex education, It's been 12 years since I've taken it. So, like, they didn't really tell us anything, really. They just told us, hey, this is a penis, this is a vagina. If this goes in that, and then the shit that's inside the vagina, in the penis gets into the vagina, the baby pops out.
But don't you know that's got to be the strangest class today? Because now we're not only talking about that, but we're talking about the in-betweeners.
Yeah. But the thing is, why don't they help us out as guys? We don't have a vagina. Remember,
what are they going to tell us?
Not to get inappropriate here, but remember going into the first time, I didn't realize that sucker was so far back. I'm like reaching, I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, is there a password? Is it going to open up? Do I just play with this?
So somebody else had to educate you.
I just had to keep going. I was like, shit, I'm almost at his asshole.
Trial and error.
Wait. At his?
Okay, it was an experimental time in my life.
That's why they call you Two-Knuckle Josh.
Two-Knuckle Josh. $20 Josh.
Abstinence was the only thing they taught. That's what, yeah. Abstinence.
The absence of the girl.
Right? Okay.
Did they teach that? I don't know.
I had it when I
what's that boy band that had the purity rings? What are those?
One Direction?
One Direction. No, not
Megadeth.
Is it one?
Megadeth and their purity rings.
It was One Direction. No, Jonas Brothers.
The Jonas Brothers, right.
Yeah.
So did you have a purity ring?
No.
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 Not that it's like a bad thing. I wish I would. I'd have eliminated a bunch of drama in my life. But
now I was in 7th grade when they started teaching it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of weird though, because it was. I remember, and I could be wrong, but I almost remember it because I was back in the early '80s when I was in high school, and I want to say we got it as a part of driver's education.
What?
Sex education.
So you're driving and she's telling you like,
I'm not sure if that's exactly how it went down.
Was parking still a thing?
The brakes on.
If she's on top, gravity takes care of the work.
Put the brakes on.
Was parking still a thing back then though?
You know, it actually was back in the day. What do y'all do now? Other than hang out in the Winn-Dixie parking lot.
My age never did that. We broke the cycle.
What did y'all do? Because we had places where we went. Everybody went, and it was not uncommon.
With the arcades.
No. I'm talking like parking. There's little lookout areas over the city and stuff like that. You'd pull up there with your girl, and there'd be 15, 20 cars parked in the same spot that you were going.
Okay, I have a question. Were the back seats bigger back then?
It's kind of funny, and obviously the cars were bigger. Period.
Because it might have been more convenient.
I don't know.
Because you do anything. I can't even look for my freaking keys
when
without
you're talking
cramping.
about a Lincoln Town Car, a Cadillac DeVille.
You're basically driving a speedboat.
Right, it's a big boat, right? So there's plenty of room. I don't
know. My car's small in the back. And you make things work.
You got to figure it out, right?
You'll figure it out. Just make sure
the windows rolled down, your legs are hanging out, you're in a weird angle, but hey.
Just make sure you're well hydrated. We'll start cramping.
Cruise control.
Someone tries to see a cramped up foot.
Hey, why is there pickle juice in your fanny pack? Oh, don't worry about it.
It's for staying hydrated.
I got my ball wipes. What's in our fanny pack?
Let's talk about that. At this point, our fanny pack's getting full. We've got ball wipes. We've got Tide Pods. We got pickle juice. We've got condoms.
Bottle opener.
We got a bottle opener.
And a Reader's Digest.
And a Reader's Digest.
Add some toilet paper. We're good.
And what
you can string the toilet paper.
And there's a book in there. There's a book, The Joy of Sex.
I thought that was just an article in Reader's Digest.
Oh, you have the condensed version. Mm-hmm. I see. So far, our fanny pack has actually become kind of useful.
Yeah, it's pretty much moving up to a JanSport book bag.
So my guess is, can we buy these online? Is it now?
Brad, look that up. Price those. I want to know how much they cost.
I want a good one though.
Hey guys, how much is what am I talking about?
A fanny pack.
How much is a fanny pack? And should I buy one?
How do you spell Fanny?
I believe that's Fanny, like Granny but Fanny.
Yep, here we go. Type in
Granny but Fanny. That's way different.
Ooh, we have some ranging between $3.69 and $16.95. If you
$3.69, like $3.
You're talking about
$3.
That's a cheap fanny pack.
I'd buy the hell out of that.
We have an American flag for $16.95.
America.
We have a Galaxy Rave Festival holographic.
Bro, I don't give a shit about the design. I want to know how much.
No. That's a nice one. Tell me more about that one.
Oh, okay. That one, anywhere between $14.99 and $19.99. And if
that's,
you have Amazon Prime, you can get it here in 2 days.
Is that top of the line, you think?
We got a Waterfly Slim Soft Polyester Water Resistant waist bag for man.
Hey, would y'all wear a...
That's for going to outdoor raves and stuff, right?
Yeah. After you get shoved in a pool.
Dude, I haven't yet to see... I've seen one fanny pack.
What do you mean you've seen one?
Like in public. And
she rocked the shit out of it. She rocked it.
Yeah, I was like, man.
And there's the key word. She rocked it.
No, I was just sitting there looking. I was like, man, she looks actually pretty cool with a fanny pack.
A nice fanny pack.
I just don't think I could rock it, man. I just can't do it.
All right, so
but
here's
I think
the
it's
deal.
me because, like I said,
are we all bringing our fanny packs next week?
I'm gonna wear it umpiring.
Oh. Here we go. Okay, Google.
To keep your balls in?
I'll keep my balls in.
I'm sorry, your ball wipes in.
Well, I gotta wipe the balls,
right? Dude, when people just laugh so hard, we should wear fanny packs out to the field.
Matching fanny packs.
Yeah.
With our names on them, engraved.
Right.
Our
embroidered.
Yes, that'd be awesome.
That's great.
All right, Brad. So anyway, Brad said he identifies as an Apache helicopter.
Yeah.
Read that for me, Brad.
You want me to give you the whole shebang?
I want you to read whatever the hell you said you had.
All right. I sexually identify as an attack helicopter, Apache to be specific. Ever since I was a boy, I dreamed of soaring over the oil fields, dropping hot, sticky loads on disgusting foreigners. People say to me that I'm a person, being a helicopter is impossible, and I'm fucking retarded, but I don't care. I'm beautiful. To me. I'll look in the mirror, having plastic surgeon install my rotary blades, my 30mm cannons, my AMG 114 Hellfire missiles on my body, and I can't help but love myself. From now on, I want you guys to call me Apache. And respect my right to kill from above and kill needlessly. If you can't accept me, you're a heliphobe and need to check your vehicle privilege. But thank you for being so understanding.
I think my heart's racing.
It really is.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
how was that delivery?
Right, that was nice.
I have an emotional hard-on for that.
Right?
It was so well put. It was just... It was
I like he was talking about his cannons.
I like it. I do.
Both of them.
I want to bang an Apache helicopter.
Right?
I don't care. I don't care what you think. By God.
You know, I don't care. Everybody else has pictures of Bo Derek and stuff like that and hot women on their walls.
Who the hell's Bo Derek?
God, y'all
You
are
don't know
young.
Bo Derek?
Y'all are young. She was the original 10. Good grief.
She Puerto Rican?
No. So, no, she was the first white woman with
dreads.
Cornrows.
Yeah, cornrows.
Cornrows. That's interesting. You know about it.
Yeah.
Okay, but just so you know, I feel like putting like some pictures of some Apache helicopters, like big posters on my wall now.
You should do it. You're
With
inspired
some long
now.
legs and some fishnets.
You're inspired.
Or surely they make something small that you could like a baseball card type deal with like some helicopters on it.
You
can
can
carry
make
those
it.
Know where you can put that?
in your fanny pack. That's what I was thinking too. Something that's portable.
I know, right? I know, right?
So let's talk about the old wives' tale, or is it a myth, or whatever?
What's that? What's the wives' tale?
Since we're talking alcohol and fanny packs and
And
sex and
Apache.
everything else, and helicopters, okay, not just any helicopter,
The 3 genders.
right?
Men, women, and helicopters.
The liquor before beer, you're in the clear phrase.
That's actually false. But I think to an extent it is. It depends on how much you drink.
If
Like,
I
are you
have
getting
both,
wasted?
I'm not going to know.
All right, just interrupt me, dickhead. Douchebag. I'm
So-
just kidding.
And this is my thing. If you're going to go out and you're going to have 2 drinks and then you have 2 beers, maybe there's an issue there. But to me, after the 3rd shot of Jaeger or your 3rd shot of tequila,
Taking 3 shots, you little pussy.
what does it really matter? No, that's the first 3.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. 14 shots later.
At that point, what does it really matter?
Yeah, no, you're vomiting either.
Right.
Either way, you're vomiting. It just depends on what color you prefer. You know what I've heard? And this was not a very good source. It's like...
Is this fake news?
no,
Wikipedia?
it makes sense in theory. I want to say... I don't know if it... I doubt anyone listening knows Billy Easley. But Billy Easley's wife at the time told me...
Hold on. Billy, if you're listening.
I don't even think he has Facebook. I don't even think he knows what it is. Anyway, his wife said, if you know you're about to puke, drink mouthwash.
Really? Because
And it just
it's
tastes like
interesting.
mouthwash.
Okay. Because I actually know of an instance many years ago, a gentleman that was a professed alcoholic who hadn't had a drink in 10 to 15 years and took a shot of mouthwash and got pulled over and was actually, when he blew in the little tester thing, it showed him as he was drunk.
Yeah, no, I claimed that once. I got pulled over. And I drank a beer.
Allegedly.
I allegedly
Right.
drank a beer. Left my house in Chelsea, picked up Kadarius, then we were on our way to Auburn. Got up to Alexander City. I haven't drank a beer since, but I was underage at the
And
time.
another disclaimer, Kadarius, if you're listening.
Oh, Kadarius. Yeah, hey. Anyway, no. So I was underage, so anything pick up, I'm screwed, right? So we get pulled over because it's a speed trap right there. He's like, "You've been drinking?" I was like, I knew I drank a beer. I was like, put some mouthwash. And then he looked at me like I was an asshole. Because he knew
we heard this every day.
Well, that gives you like a 0.2 margin of error.
Right.
So I'm like, it's going to
I'm
be
in
close.
trouble.
I blew zeros.
Did you really?
Kadarius got arrested. But,
Right.
it is what
Hey,
it is.
it all worked out, right?
Yeah.
Now, if he would have saw your fanny pack.
So I guess you ask you this: and again, I'm too old to be out there partying like that anymore. But in the old days, I know, but it's different now. When you wake up the next day, when you're my age, it's like it's not about a hangover; it's about a hangover weekend.
I've only been hungover once or twice.
Yeah, that's funny because I rarely have too. Okay, but what I was going to ask though is, in the old days, the myth was that if you put a penny in your mouth, you wouldn't blow over the limit.
You're an old bastard. No one believes that shit.
Right?
You still drink motor oil to help your stomach, don't you?
Yeah, that's it.
Was that really a thing?
Yeah, I don't know if there's a thing, but I did actually read it talking about when we were talking about the craziest alcohol stories out there. One of the things you talked about a couple of weeks ago was during Prohibition.
Yeah.
That they actually put oil in the alcohol.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I was on
Here's
a different side of that argument.
Here's
it was about oil, actual oil companies.
Yeah, but here's a crazy statistic about that. They killed over 10,000 people.
Yeah. No, they poisoned it. Yeah.
Right, for poisoning alcohol.
Yeah.
Killed 10,000 people.
That's a good point. They had I think 164 people at the hospital in one night.
Right.
Yeah, but I heard about that too.
But that wasn't from that.
That was actual poison.
They actually poisoned the alcohol.
Right.
Our government.
America.
But you've only been hungover like twice. Like I could have a
Yeah, that was like 18 shots.
Yeah, I've only physically felt like I couldn't get out of bed maybe once or twice.
Right.
And
the old hair of the dog is what I used to use.
what do you normally use? Because I
like a shot of Jaeger the next morning. No, I'm being serious with you.
Bedside Jaeger.
Absolutely, and the old adage, the hair of the dog, that's what they say, the hair of the dog that bit you. They say the best hangover cure is to have another drink, and I don't mean like just sipping on a beer. They say like take a shot of tequila, take a shot of whiskey or something like that.
So just get hammered again?
No, I don't think you're supposed to get hammered again. It's not like we wouldn't, okay? But I don't think that's the idea, is to get hammered again. I think the idea...
Would that work? That would probably work.
Yeah, well, sure it would. If you never sober up, you never get a hangover, right?
I think we're on to something here.
I usually just projectile vomit.
Well, that helps. That does help. A hot shower, coffee, that way you're wide awake and drunk. A cold yoo-hoo.
I vomited... I think maybe I could probably count on one hand how many times I've vomited in my entire life.
From drinking?
No.
Period.
Even being
sick. I'm like that too.
I've only vomited like once or twice non-alcohol.
See, isn't that
maybe
weird,
7 times total? But
because I know people who do it all the time, and I don't know how.
I can't.
Does that make sense?
I hate it.
I literally don't know
Especially when
how.
it starts coming out your nose.
Oh, this is the only time I ever did it with spaghetti.
I vomit out of my ass every once in a while.
That's different. That's completely different.
Dude, hear this. They did road work at outside my office. And they busted our water main. We didn't have water, so I had to drive like all the way to Tropical Smoothie to take a shit.
What was it like being back home?
Oh, it was great because I took my sweet freaking time. It took like a 30-minute shit.
When you worked there.
Yeah, basically. Who didn't?
So speaking of that, about roads being fixed and all that, I heard it. We're back on the topic of alcohol. Okay, one of the interesting things and I heard, and this is, it's not totally, I'm not sure it's completed yet, but. And the original reason that they changed it to begin with was because they were threatened to not have the roads completed. But I heard that Louisiana has just changed their alcohol age back to 19.
Really?
Want to hear a funny story about that?
Sure.
Back when it was originally 19, my parents just got married, and they switched it to 21.
I was grandfathered.
And
I was too.
And my mom was 20 at the time, so my dad had to buy for her until she turned 21.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what's kind of interesting is what I've got to remember exactly how it worked. But because it was legal, it was legal to drink when I was 19. Then they changed the law like when I was 20. Okay, so there were younger people than me who couldn't drink till they were 21, and I was already grandfathered in, so I was already drinking. And in the old days, I remember it was Mississippi had a law that was 18 for beer and wine, but 21 or 19 or 21 for actual liquor.
Yeah, or anything over like a specific percentage.
I don't actually agree with the alcohol change.
To 21 or down from 21?
Down from 21.
I have mixed feelings on that, and here's the reason why. If you can be, and of course it's different nowadays because we're not drafting people, but let's take the service for instance.
That's where I was going after this. I think soldiers should be held to different standards. With guns, I'm not against moving the AR-15 age to 21, but I think soldiers should be able to drink and buy whatever the hell they want.
If they're going to fight for our country, they should be able to do anything that anybody legal.
Because one, they're trained in all those weapons.
Absolutely.
So yes, they're
and they're pretty well trained on how to drink.
Yeah. What else are they going to do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's definitely something I think that they should, and again, it should be something that's different for the people that are in the service.
Right. And fun fact, the reason you brought that up is because we were talking about road work. The reason Louisiana, and I know there's some people in Louisiana watching right now, the reason the roads suck so much wiener is because Louisiana was the last state to switch from 18 or 19 to 21.
Right. And they were threatened.
The feds cut funding.
Well, they were threatened and said, if you don't switch, we're going to cut you off.
And they did. And that's why the road work and all that shit. Which it might be better, and it has, because that was a long time ago, so I highly doubt. It could just be because it's a shitty state or something, but...
We might have to take a road trip, go see what the roads
and see what the roads look like, and have a drink or two along the way?
Oh, no, I know the roads suck. I know one, for example, heading to Lacombe, Louisiana, where my grandparents used to live.
I was going to say, are you a New Orleans guy? I mean...
Right on the other side of the bridge.
Okay.
Because it's like Slidell, the bridge, and then you get into Metry and all that crap. But anyway, so going into Lacombe, I remember this is within 10 years. Okay, maybe 15 years. My grandmother, my mom's mom, met her dad when it was being paved, and it just got paved like 10, 15 years ago.
Right?
Yes. And she was 15 years old.
You think that sounds outrageous.
I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, Priscilla. Mama Betty met Papa Bill. Go ahead.
So it's kind of funny. You act like that's such a long time ago, but for me, it's not because right here in town. Okay.
Long ago. That was like.
Careful.
What I'm talking about. My grandmother.
Still.
You're not alive? She was 15 years old. That's all.
Oh, no, I'm with you, though. But
You're saying the 15 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no. I just remember
mean,
it was, but still, that's 60, 70 years.
Yeah.
That's a busy road.
Oh, absolutely. It's crazy how
that's like, it gets the traffic about 47 gets. Or 37.
Can you imagine what we call the Florida Short Route, which is old 280?
The what?
The Florida Short Route. Okay, is what it used to be called when you came down here. The old Highway 280. Okay, could you imagine the traffic today?
Okay, can you explain that to me?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
What the Florida Short Route was.
When did 280 become a thing?
See, it's kind of funny that you asked that because when I was a kid, I grew up over the mountain, what's called over the mountain in the Vestavia area. And I remember where I lived when there was no interstates. Okay, so it was 65. I remember when 65 was built, and it was really kind of cool because I actually was one of the first people to ride up on 65 before it even opened. I used to ride my go-kart up there. And we would run from what's now the Hoover Vestavia exit up to Alford Avenue and back on our go-karts. Okay, we'd run time trials and all that. But long story short is like I'm trying to remember because when I was a kid, it seemed like we used to pack up. And of course, remember the old Lloyd's restaurant, which a lot of people know what we're talking about. Mm-hmm. Okay, was actually down here in Chelsea.
Really?
Not right there beside the fire department. What used to be Bernie's. Okay, right next to the old fire department. Okay. Right there behind.
But didn't they build the new one right next to it?
Yeah, it's literally right next to it. But
that's where businesses go to die.
Yes, right.
I felt bad for the Catfish Cabin.
Right.
They were booming all the way in freaking Childersburg.
But it was kind of funny because even back in the day, when people would say, "Hey, we're going," my parents would say, "Like we're going to Lloyd's," you almost felt like you had to pack an overnight bag. It was forever to come out here. Okay, and now we drive every day. But it was the old Highway 280 all the way down.
That was the question. How did it lead? Like, where did it go? Because I remember hearing that the KFC was actually in the Primo location.
Right, in the day it was.
So did it wind through there?
Yeah, I mean, originally I think, I'm not 100% clear on this, but like where 11 hits where the high school is, where you turn right there, that's old Highway 280.
Yeah.
Back there along what they call the Narrows. Okay, which is where the little creek runs beside it all the way through there. And then I think what is now the access road that runs behind, like up right to where you come out at Winn-Dixie, that was where old Highway 280 was. And then it crossed the highway.
But what I want to, because apparently somehow it went through that road.
Yes, and then where the Kentucky Fried Chicken was, then right there it crosses the highway and goes to the other side. And then that's old 280 all the way down.
Let's change it, because a lot of people don't know what the hell we're talking about.
But the long story of it is that even though it seems like a long time ago, it really wasn't so long ago when there was no real access or 4-lane highways down here. Okay, and I was just going to say, could you imagine with 280 traffic of what it's like every day now? Okay.
Oh, it's so backed up.
Could you imagine what it would be like on a small road like that? Okay, just like what you're talking about. There were no interstates or anything in New Orleans.
Right.
Back in the day. So I mean, traffic had to be incredible. The city that size.
Well, less people drove.
Sure. To some, yeah. I mean, obviously
we weren't completely overpopulated.
Right. So what do we do about that?
Kill everybody.
That's one option.
I'm not even kidding. We need to. Yeah, you're chuckling. You're uncomfortably chuckling right now.
Yeah, because I'm the old guy you're talking about killing.
Not legitimately killing. I don't think we need to keep going with our medical crap. We're
prolonging
I know
our
it.
lives.
Okay, I realize what I'm saying is completely effed up, but it's true. We can't all live forever.
Right.
We already can't afford our Social Security.
Right.
Social Security started because
you
get it at 65 or 60 whenever you get it, and then you die at 65.
And soon antibiotics won't work at all.
Or it's 72 or even 75, and now people are living on a regular basis to be over 100 years old.
No, just die.
Right?
Here's life.
Do you want to be around that long?
No.
I don't think I do either.
Sum it up.
I want to die at the ripe age of 37.
Oh, you're after me.
Yeah.
You see, isn't that crazy though? Because I felt the same way when I was y'all age. But I remember saying that, I won't live to be past 35, 36 years old. Who wants to live
Well, here's
to be
the thing.
that old?
I want to go out something cool. Like, I don't know, rescuing something. Doing something cool. Like, I'd die tomorrow.
Like recreating the house from Up and then all the balloons
right.
You just crash.
That would be tight. I finally did it.
Speaking of crashing and going up like that, did you hear the story about the old guy who launched himself on a rocket and
trying to
out of his backyard?
The Earth was flat because
right. He's a flat earther. Well, he says it's frisbee shaped. Okay, but he's a flat earther. Okay,
What's
this
a
guy,
frisbee look like? It's flat.
It's pretty much flat, right, with some little curls on the edge. But the guy launched himself, and he actually was very successful. And it was done with steam. Okay, which was what's crazy about how he did it. He strapped himself into this freaking rocket, launched himself up into the air, and I'm trying to remember exactly what the distance was. It was a pretty good distance though, and he had 2 parachutes. One came out, the second parachute came out. It was the slowest descent back to Earth, and was great. There's actually video of this, and when he
is the Earth flat?
Apparently not.
Ah, darn it!
Apparently not.
What a waste of time.
I think the curvature of the Earth gave it away.
Well, I'm not sure he's clear on it because he didn't go high enough. He actually wants to, even though he hurt his back, and in the video when they pull him out of the thing, it hit
he's a vegetable now.
No, he actually said, "I think I broke my back. I think I broke my back," but apparently he did not. Okay, so he recovered for a few days, and now his next goal is to go some 52 kilometers into the air. Okay, that's a pretty good distance. Okay. So at that point, he should probably be able to say, hey, you know what? I was probably wrong about this flat Earth thing.
I strongly regret this.
GoPro needs a sponsor.
You know who he reminds me of? And y'all probably don't even remember him. Evel Knievel.
Oh, yeah.
You remember who he was? Okay.
That was so huge. Why?
He was big, right?
And some of the stuff he did was nothing compared now.
Oh, I know.
He jumped like 4 buses. Right?
Oh, it wasn't just that on the motorcycle. He tried to...
But you got to think about what he was jumping with.
Right.
Like, it wasn't that fast. It was some heavy-ass bike.
Well, now, he did launch himself in a rocket, try to cross the Snake River Canyon, and missed.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
But think about...
But here's a guy, he broke every bone in his body multiple times. We're talking about 300,
for
400,
money.
Right, for money, right?
I think there's a point where sucking dick for money starts to get
right.
All right, I could launch myself through the Grand Canyon in a rocket,
or I can suck
this guy's wiener
and be done with the whole process.
And knowing him maybe 20 seconds.
Right? You know, he had a son though, Robbie, who's actually trying to live.
He died?
No, I don't think Robbie's dead. I think Robbie's out there still doing it, doing the crazy stunts, jumping buses and fountains at Caesar's Palace and stuff like that on a.
Have you seen Nitro Circus?
Oh, no,
that's Travis Pastrana's.
That's pretty cool.
See that dude in the wheelchair? That dude's freaking awesome.
Right?
Talking about when life gives you lemons.
Right.
F the lemons bail,
so
right?
Speaking of the lemons, how's your foot doing after your American Ninja Warrior expedition at next level?
Still sore.
Yeah.
It's still sore. It's not as bad as like when I played sports from 5 till now. I'm still playing sports. I played baseball. I played football. I played soccer.
Women's wrestling.
I pick up soccer. I pick up basketball. Anything and everything. Tennis.
Underwater basket weaving.
Never had an ankle injury. 2013, playing freaking flag football at the age of whatever. I'm not good at math. I can't count good, but
you're about 22.
Destroyed my ankle. Destroyed my ankle. Then my mom made me get a cast because she said I wouldn't wear the boot.
And you didn't wear the cast.
I cut the cast off. I cut the cast off 4 days later.
Right. That's what you get for going to the beach and sand in it.
I regret that because I couldn't run or couldn't cut for like a year. That's how bad it was.
It ruined your NFL career.
No, the train did that.
Oh, that's right. I forgot
let's not get derailed.
Yeah, we're not going to get derailed. But nice.
All right, another thing I stumbled upon today, which is 10 popular conspiracy theories involving the Kardashians. And y'all know how I feel about the damn Kardashians. I hate it, man. They're so filthy rich and they're so useless. Kim, all she did was suck Ray J's wiener on camera. And then Kylie just pays $200,000 to completely alter her entire image. And no one calls her on her bullshit.
Is that really a bad thing, though?
Yeah, she's not that bad to look at. But still, no one calls her on her bullshit.
Yeah, but I mean, and to do stuff like that at that young age, to me, it really kind of blows my mind.
Because she's still only, what, 20?
Right? Okay, she was starting all this crazy, all these auditions and everything she's doing. And that lip thing that everybody got so into. I mean, like, what is the
Didn't really work for me.
I have a family member that argues and says all she's had was lip injections. I was like, shut your face. I'm thinking
no.
Shut
way
your
more,
face.
Right?
She's had a couple injections. She just had a kid.
Which leads, that's actually one of the number...
That's not the kind of injection we were talking about.
The one of the conspiracy theories is that Kylie Jenner actually died in 2013 and was replaced with a clone which looks nothing like her.
So... who are we seeing on TV every day?
That's the clone, bro.
Oh, I see.
2.0.
Oh,
I prefer the clone.
The new. Now, would you say that is a more improved model or not as good?
Yeah,
depends on how you look at it.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
They're still useless.
I know, but I'm just saying, as far as the way Kylie looks now and the way she looked 2 or 3 years
ago. She's
ago.
attractive.
I mean, I'm not saying that she's not attractive or that she wasn't to begin with.
Look, money will buy anything. Her dad, it bought her a vagina and some tits.
I think Kendall looks a little better to me.
Kendall's natural, but apparently she's stupid. Agree. I don't watch the show, but I don't know why I'm so salty against them. I hate them.
I
think it's because they cram it down our effing
throat for not doing anything.
Well, I think the thing is that when you're talking about them too, one of the things that gets me is that they believe that they have something to offer. Like they have, like it's their, like we as the general public.
And by the Kardashian Jenner crew.
Yeah, clique. I mean it's the ultimate. I guess it's money. It's money driven.
Enterprise, basically.
It is an ultimate.
I want to know who they know though.
She managed and worked on what she was given.
No, them alone makes me think that the Illuminati's a real freaking thing.
Right? Because how can all of them be that successful?
Well, that's not even that. I can't get on for Snapchat or literally anything without one day without seeing one of their faces.
Right. And there's a show on. There's 15 different shows about them.
I don't like them. It's all OJ's fault.
Well, there's one of those theories is an argument that says that Chloe is OJ's.
Dude, that would be crazy.
Right?
I mean, she's the odd one out.
She kind of is, but in a weird way, she's kind of the one I like.
She actually has gotten a little better looking to me.
I think so too. She's kind of the one I like.
She has that workout show. Becca watched that.
That and she fixed her nose.
Right. Well, and then
money, man.
Then the Illuminati thing is the one that they say that her ex-husband Lamar is that they put her or him in the hospital. They
were responsible for his coma.
Right.
I thought meth and coke and
right.
Hookers.
I'm pretty sure that had something to do with it.
It'll happen, man. I've yet to do meth or
you sound like you're going to
in a brothel.
Hookers
or hookers.
It was all. The NBA did it. They wanted to get rid of them.
Okay. Would you ever have, hypothetically speaking, since you're a married man and I'm a married man, Brad's single. Hey, Brad, would you ever bang a hooker? Could you ever bring yourself to do that? I'm so terrified, for one, getting arrested. Two, my swang be rotting off.
I don't think I could come to do that.
Jesus Christ, Brad.
I understand that. But and I guess that's the thing to me is that I never understood the idea behind that either, because I feel like there's enough people out there that just want to anyway without paying them. I mean,
do you remember
go to any local club? I mean, there's plenty of people waiting in line.
But now it's the escorts.
Yeah,
they got some high-end escorts.
Oh my gosh, you could pay $5,000-$10,000 a night.
I could pay off my car.
They better be some crazy shit.
I'll write a check.
Who has checks anymore?
Right?
I hate that.
Is that a thing?
I have a checkbook.
Well, you have to still. It's weird, but I think we're getting away from that.
We need to, because I refuse to get checks.
So what are these chicks carrying around? These escorts carrying around them now? The little square D where you swipe it.
You square it. They plug it in their phone. It's like, all right, debit or credit.
Debit or credit.
Did I ever bring up that homeless guy?
PIN number.
Did I ever bring up that homeless video on Facebook where the guy like a window washer perk type deal? And he was asking for money. They're like, oh, sorry, all got his credit cards, and he breaks out a freaking credit card machine. He was like thug life.
That's like the thing,
you gotta spend money, make money.
Right, it's like the people that you see, they're standing in line for their food stamps on their phone, on their cell phone.
All right, let's run through these conspiracy theories real quick. All right, one is Kim's body double in some video. Don't know shit about that. Two, Kylie was Kim's surrogate. When was this?
Just I would say the most recent.
Yeah.
I kind of find that hard to believe though.
Considering, I don't know.
Is it right?
There's two children.
I don't know shit about any of them.
Goes out the window since Kim has a kid and Kylie has a kid now.
Right. I think that's kind of been disproven.
Yeah, but before, when there wasn't any babies coming out, and Kylie disappeared to quote unquote hide her pregnancy,
right.
She wanted some alone time. It was a lot more plausible.
It was thinkable anyway at that time
to have Kanye hook up with her sister.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
does make sense. I have no idea what that was. All right, 3, like you said, Chloe is actually OJ's daughter, which I don't understand that. I know that Robert Kardashian was his lawyer.
Yeah, but if you look at Chloe, she does have a complete different look than all the rest of them.
It's the mailman.
Could be the mailman or OJ.
Or OJ. I like OJ.
Pulp.
If he did it this is how he would do it. Anyway, all right. Black China and Tiger were actually using the Kardashians. Are they together right now?
Black China.
Are they together anymore?
Black China or Tiger? Who? What?
I don't know. I saw a picture of them together.
They're both like.
Well, Black China was with Rob, right?
Gone.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This next one's interesting because I saw the picture. Ted Cruz is actually Robert Kardashian. Did you see the pictures?
Yeah, it looked pretty good.
It looks pretty close.
Yeah.
Oh, but I also saw a video of. It was convincing back in the day of that Obama was actually Bin Laden.
Right.
And they their faces match up perfect. They layered it.
Crazy.
I was like, holy shit. But that's not true. But anyway, Kim and Chris had an arranged marriage, which I don't see why would. What?
You're good.
Oh,
you're good.
I don't see why that would be. Why would they need that? And why Chris Humphries? Why not pick a more successful person that they can market their brand and be more. I don't know. I just can't stand him. I don't even like talking about it. It's starting to piss me off. Kris Jenner exposed Kim and Ray J's sex tape.
I think that's
a good marketing tool. That's what got her
started to be Kim's manager.
Mm-hmm. Chris planned the coinciding pregnancies. The Illuminati was responsible for coma, and that was it. But yeah, that was a request on the Kardashians, and I hate you for making me do it because I effing hate the Kardashians. I hope they all get dick cancer in a good Christian way.
In a good Christian way. In the best way
possible. In a godly, amazing way.
So, let's talk about the hangovers.
What about the hangovers? Remedies?
Yeah,
we kind of branched over that one.
Yeah, we kind of jumped over that.
It's the greasy meal. Is that a myth or is that legit?
I'll tell you what. Whenever I was feeling kind of queasy, I wouldn't really call it a full-blown hangover. I'd drive to McDonald's or walk because I was pretty close to one when I would constantly get hangovers or whatever you call it. I would get me a bacon, egg, and cheese bagel combo with an extra hash brown. I'd feel good. I'd go throw up, but it was a combination of greasy food and throwing up, and I felt great.
Why do you puke so much, Brad?
No, it's only when I throw up. I mean,
wait, what? Yeah, usually that's how it works.
Usually it is.
It's only when I drank too much.
I only vomit when I puke. All right,
that has been on the decline. I'm barely drinking anymore. He says he's drinking.
So it's interesting to me, obviously the fast food thing has something to do with it. Everybody's been to Crystal at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
Crystal is always the best.
Crystal's
or Checkers,
right?
Or
it's
Checkers.
The gut bomb thing.
Yeah, that's why I didn't know when you go to Owl's or Whataburger. I mean, not Whataburger. Waffle House and stuff. I didn't know people ate at Waffle House and stuff sober.
Right?
I thought that's what they're for.
You figured you're not the only one in there that's not sober.
Right. My favorite cook in any of those restaurants had one eye. I'm pretty sure it was on meth. But he cooked some mean browns, man.
You know what he was wearing, too?
Mean browns.
He had his fanny pack.
He had his fanny pack.
He did have his fanny pack.
He was all ready to go.
The perfect browns aren't too crispy, but they're not soft.
Right?
You know what I'm saying?
I like them crunchy. I like my bacon on my burger.
No, I'm talking about hash browns.
I'm saying I like my bacon.
It's kind of crazy though if you think about it. To actually, and I'm going to give them some credit here, the cooks at places like Waffle House. They come in there, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, they slam down 25, 30 orders, not writing anything down.
No, they just throwing shit together.
And I mean, it's crazy. They're just pow, pow, pow.
And I'm hammered, I don't care.
Nobody cares.
Is that what I ordered?
Scatter and smother them.
Is that what I ordered?
Last time I went there...
By the way, when I drink, I talk like this.
Last time I went there drunk, and I said, what all comes into the Grand Slam? He said, too much that I want to cook.
Oh, I remember that.
And I'll order something else.
So then I'll have something else.
No, he said...
I'll have the All-American.
He said a lot of shit that I don't feel like cooking.
That's right. Basically,
we're like, all right. That was
something else.
We called him Old Dude.
Old Dude.
Oh, he's still there.
No, he rage quit.
Oh,
rage quit. He's like, yeah. I have had enough.
Basically.
Like that.
There are no more waffles, no more eggs, no more hash browns.
All I know is when he was working, the windows were fogged up because he had that sumbitch at 50 degrees. You go in there, you're freezing, and there's condensation all over the windows because they work by themselves.
We're talking about the hangover cures, okay? So A shot of olive oil is one of those that everybody talks about. Okay,
all these
well,
1920s.
I'm looking at one of these lists, but like the one I said, though, more alcohol.
More alcohol works.
More alcohol.
That's just get hammered and you forget about it. And just add, really scientifically, just hydrate while you're drinking. Mix in a glass of water in between, and then chug a bottle of water before you go to sleep. And
pickle juice.
Pickle juice works too. Pickle juice. Cramps.
Because all it is pretty much your brain's dehydrated.
Here's my favorite though. This is a list. Okay, this is the top 21 totally unscientific methods for curing a hangover. But I like number 5. Okay, weed, ginger ale, and ramen noodles.
Wait, time out. Wait, all combined.
This is it. I think that's what it basically says.
Wait,
in a magic bullet.
Time it. Weed. Oh, okay.
Weed, ginger ale, and ramen noodles.
I thought it was a drink. Like weed, ginger ale was a drink.
No.
I'm like, holy hell.
I think you're supposed to do all 3 at the same time.
So you have to make your own weed-infused ginger ale.
And pour it over some ramen noodles?
I wonder what that would taste like.
I also heard that the older you get, more people turn to Pedialyte.
Well, this is
shit. Pedialyte's the bomb,
that actually really is good.
Oh, my God. Especially when you're out playing.
This is interesting. Powerade, aspirin, a full breakfast, and red or green salsa.
Why? Is there any other type of salsa?
They're acidic.
It says...
is there any other type of salsa?
Yellow.
Seriously.
I mean, there's green and red.
What other kind of salsa is there? Blue?
Right. They could have just said salsa.
Right.
So what it actually says right here, it says before you go to sleep, drink a liter of Powerade or Gatorade and take a couple of aspirin.
Because you already drank so much, your stomach's going to be full.
It said, no, you won't be up peeing all night because you're dehydrated from the booze. When you wake up, you need bacon, eggs, home fries, and toast, preferably with salsa.
Hey, is sex a remedy? Because if it's not, I'm going to say it is.
A breakfast sandwich, Tums, and a Gatorade. McDonald's, Coke, and a hermit lifestyle.
Well, there you go.
And these are.
Oh, well, here's one for you, Brad.
Oh, yeah?
Work out and throw up. So that's number 9.
That dude looks clammy and sweaty. Is he all right? He's doing power.
Oh, here's one for you, Josh.
What's this?
A healthy smoothie.
Why does that mean?
You worked at the Smoothie King, right?
So did he.
I did.
Oh, you both
I worked
did.
there longer than he did.
Oh, well, so y'all can both have a
Did you pass me?
I worked for about 5 years.
Glucose tablets apparently work. Liquid Jello.
I don't remember how long. I think it was like 4.5, 5 years.
Mixed with warm hot water, a Jello packet.
Are you still reading these things?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to cure my hangover.
How about just not have a hangover?
Pizza.
Right, here.
You know whose hangovers? Becca. You think she's dying. If she drinks on Saturday, Sunday's a wash. We're done.
It's
Cancel
over.
your plans.
No, seriously.
You're not leaving the room.
It's terrible. She's done. Like, you think she has cancer and she's going to die.
But in the old days, I'll be honest with you, I could go all night, okay, get up and go to work and do everything the next day like nothing was wrong.
Is there any other contributing factors in that?
What do you mean? If you don't go to sleep.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
partaking of the things?
Yeah.
You never know what could happen.
Pixie sticks, I don't know.
Those are the old days.
What you kids did back then?
Us kids back then did a variety of colorful things. But
was speed a big thing back then?
Oh my gosh, speed was a big thing when
now, what is speed?
Speed.
Define it for me. I know it's an upper-ish.
Well, with the old days when I was in high school, everybody called them like specklebirds and stuff like that. I mean, it was this little. I mean, basically what it was, and I guess it was.
Sounds like a cereal.
Well, it was very similar, okay. But what it really ultimately was, and I'm not sure what the chemical makeup was, but it was basically just like just the ultimate. It's kind of like
it's like a cocktail of uppers.
But what are the little things that everybody drinks now? There's
5-hour
energy shots. Okay, it's like that. It was like that in the
so it was pointless.
Pretty much. I mean,
caffeine doesn't really affect me.
It was the big thing when you were in school. Everybody, it was exam time. Instead of like kids today take Adderall. Okay, like back then everybody took speed. It was just the thing to do. It was kind of what everybody did. But going out back then was completely a different world too. We went out, we stayed out all night, we got up, we went to work the next day, we did it again the next night. Now it take me, I'm like Rebecca, okay? I need 2 or 3 days to recuperate.
It's weird hearing Rebecca.
Yeah, I know.
Is it?
That was weird. I was like, who the hell's Rebecca?
Who the hell is he talking about?
Who the hell's that girl? No, I'm a freak of nature, man.
Are you? You can just hit it, go.
It's all mental.
And I think a lot of it is mental. I mean, you got to just say, hey,
That's
I'm going to deal with it.
Becca thinks I'm an asshole because, like, when we plan to be out a certain time, and then she pushes it 4 hours later, and I'm like a bump on a log. It's like I wasn't mentally prepared for this.
You know,
I'm not even kidding. I can turn it on and off. I just need to know.
But you know, it's funny because I'll never forget, and people joke about this. When you get my age, it's one of those things where you say, hey, you know, all of a sudden, you know, my wife and I will be talking about, hey, you want to go out tonight? It's like, yeah, let's go out. What do you want to do? Well, let's go to a club. Let's have some drinks and this and that. You know, so you get up, you
30
go out.
minutes later.
Right, it's 9:15. Like, honey, are you ready to go to the house?
I just need to get dressed.
Yeah, you think we could stop by the Red Box?
I think there's a Law and Order
Right.
marathon on A&M.
Right.
Got Little Caesars.
Yeah, we need to grab a pizza in the Red Box on the way home.
Nah.
I would just hit Netflix.
But there's two different types of nights. When
Agreed.
you go out with the bros, you know,
Oh.
it's a little more hype and it's easier to stay awake.
I guess, you know, I have, and obviously maybe it was the reverse for you as it was for me. I used to be the one that my wife would say, hey, we're going out tonight, but by 11, 11:30, and 12 o'clock, we're going to the house. And at 4 o'clock, I'm going, just one more drink.
That's Becca.
Just one more drink. It's 4 o'clock.
But see, with me, my bags under my eyes are not from drugs or anything. I'd never slept.
See, I still don't.
I still 4
I'm
hours.
up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning still.
I can't sleep more than 6 hours.
Isn't that weird, though?
I'm a zombie the next day. I'm
Isn't it
useless.
weird? I'm like that too, and you know it's kind of funny to me because it's like if if you get too much sleep, you're worthless. Okay, but you realize how little sleep you're getting. Okay, so are you?
I have a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah, but are you like me? Like even on the weekends, you're up at the crack of dawn and you don't go to bed till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Well,
like
I think I get the equivalent.
What do you call sleeping in?
9 o'clock. 9:30.
See, that's way late.
Oh no,
that's
way
late.
I wake up no later than 5 every day.
See, I'm like that too. No alarm clock, no nothing. Okay, you just become conditioned to it.
Yeah.
Well,
you know?
I don't get out of bed. I usually wake up around the same
now I
time.
can lay in bed till noon. I mean, like on a Saturday.
I can wake up at 6 or 7, then go back to sleep, wake up, and then I get out of bed at 9.
But at 5 o'clock, I'm up.
I'm up. I'm out of bed.
Are you really?
Oh yeah.
So you're banging. I'm going.
I'm ready.
Don't you love
no
how that?
Coffee. I don't drink coffee. I'm good.
Well, you're your own boss, so I guess you wouldn't really understand this. But don't you hate that? On the weekends, when your alarm goes off, you wake up. You're like,
right.
It's not even going off. That's when it's supposed to go off. But during the week, you wake up. You're like an hour late. You're like, son of a bitch.
But you know, the other mentality is that, you know, it's hard to get up and go to work. You know, you gotta get up and go to work at 6 o'clock in the morning. But man, I'm gonna tell you something, okay? If you're going to the beach or you're going to Disney or you're going something fun, 6 o'clock's easy. No, see, it's still hard for you.
It's worse.
Really?
That's why
you feel right.
I need that. Because one thing, if I tell you I'm going to be somewhere, I'm going to be there.
Right, I'm like that too.
That's why I told Becca wants me to work out.
Punctuality is key.
Y'all know my schedule.
Yep.
I'm busy.
Yeah.
Every day.
I'm a little busy.
Sundays. Unless I umpire.
And some days we do that too. But yeah, I'm like that too. I'm busy literally every single day. You know,
every day, every night.
Yeah, my day starts at 5 o'clock in the morning. It usually doesn't end until about 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, I'm
and
saying.
you know, that's the weird thing is that when you get home, it's like people who get home after getting off work at 5 o'clock. They come home at 6 o'clock. They drive home. They get something to eat. Now what are they going to do? Go straight to bed? No, you got 2 or 3, 4 hours to unwind.
Shout out to you.
So you come home at 10 o'clock at night, okay, and you have 2 or 3, 4 hours to unwind, okay. So
then I start something else.
Right, okay, because everybody else in the house is asleep.
That's the only time I can get stuff done.
So do you hang out here?
Come out here.
That's part of the reason why I wake up so early. I wake up, I get to work early, I sit at my desk, I eat breakfast, do what I want. But then again, I don't get off till 5:36.
Right.
Hit 280 traffic, so
right.
I don't get home until an hour later.
Right.
I'm in bed by 8:39.
See, are you a TV watcher though?
I don't watch TV now.
Do you not?
I don't have time.
See, that's kind of like
I don't have time.
TV keeps you up.
Oh, absolutely. Because that's part of my problem. I actually sleep with the TV on.
I have to have it
2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm still
I have
going
something playing
because
the screen has to be off.
I don't
really. Mm-hmm. So you hear it, but you don't see it.
Yeah.
I don't shut my brain off, and I need that.
Yeah, that's hard.
Because I'm always going. It's like literally, it takes me 2 hours to go to sleep if I'm just laying there.
Well, it's kind of like preparing for a show, okay? Like, I'm so busy during the day, I go, well, I need to prepare, and I go, well, I'll do a little bit here, a little bit there, and then the day rolls by, you haven't had time to do anything. Then you get home, and you're like, well, I'm going to do this. You cook dinner, you work on this, you work on that, and then it's midnight, and you're sitting in the bed, and I'm going, okay, now I'm going to prepare for the show.
Like, just this week, let's see, Monday. Luckily,
this is a light week, actually.
Right.
For us.
Yeah, luckily I didn't have anything to do. Monday, I built a fence from 7 to 6. And then Tuesday, worked softball. came here, talked to Brad about some stuff. Had to go to Wilsonville.
Fanny packs.
Had to go to Wilsonville, help somebody out, then came back. And then Wednesday, work, build a fence again.
Right.
Show. And Thursday, I don't know what I'm going to do.
And then next week, you get to add all the umpiring and everything back to
that same schedule, yeah.
So
I like it.
I'm just curious. I wonder if there's a lot of people out there that'll like us. I mean, it's weird because I actually know people who have that, just people in general who have that set schedule where they get up at a certain time, they go to work, they get off at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, then they have their downtime, blah, blah, blah. That's not a life that's conducive for me.
I like actually sticking to my sleep schedule on my off days. Because if I sleep in, I waste a quote-unquote off day.
Right.
Of just laying
something
in bed.
You could do something.
I could be regardless if I'm sitting watching a YouTube video, reading a book, or
something enjoyable.
Something I personally want to do. I get up early and do it.
See, I'm like that too. I get up on Saturday mornings. I'll jump out of the bed on Saturday morning and I go play pickleball for 3 or 4 hours.
But if I wake up and it's 6:30, I'm like, I slept too late.
Right.
And a lot of people...
You're like, gosh, I'm ruining my day. But, you know, I think I even did it as a kid, though. It was kind of weird, though. But I always felt like if I was sleeping, I would miss something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I've always had that mentality. And I guess, you know, for me, sleeping in has never been something that I could actually do.
Well, I went there a stint for, I don't know, how long, Brad, do you think? I would go all-nighter 2 nights a week.
Oh, yeah. He would pull an all-nighter.
And never go to sleep.
Yeah, he'd go to work
I did that.
to do his 6:30 shift.
I promise you it's harder when you're in your 50s.
Come home around 2, 3, sleep until 9 o'clock, repeat.
Yeah. I used to could do that. Like I said, now, if I go doing an all-nighter like that, I feel like I need 2 or 3 days to recuperate.
Yeah, especially like...
And it's not my physical body, it's my mental.
Yeah. Especially when I turned 21, I was in a long relationship up to that point, and then I got single, and then I kind of went off the deep end, where like the same schedule I have now, but just nothing but like drinking.
Right, and you just add 3 or 4 hours to the end of all that every night.
Yeah,
that's what we did. I mean, we would literally go to work all day. I mean, and the whole goal was that the last hour at work's trying to figure out who we were meeting, where and when, and what we were going to do that night.
No, we'd be out. And then I would work. I would come home, change, and drive to work.
Yeah. Oh. I remember many nights leaving Norm's, coming out of that club with the sun shining.
Who's Norm? Norm McDonald?
No, it's still open today. Okay, it's a little club over on Green Springs and right here in Birmingham, Alabama.
I think we found our first location podcast.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so because the old adage is probably still the same today.
Where's that?
If you make it to Norm, no, it's on Green Springs. Okay, if you made it to Norm's, you were doing something wrong.
Yeah, it's like Nana Funk's. Nana Funk's is a freaking black hole. It's the only place that's open after 2, so all the bars funnel into there. There's no drink special because they know everybody's hammered already.
Oh, yeah. We used to do a place like that in Atlanta when my wife and I first met. We'd go to Atlanta and do the same thing on the weekends, and we'd go to this one big club, and then after every club in Atlanta closed down, there was another club called Anytime. Well, they meant it. Okay, it was actually called Anytime, and that was the same thing. No drink specials, no nothing, but it was the only place. It would pack out at about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. I mean, literally just thousands of people. And I was like,
hey, let's point this out because I just want it to be on the air. Garrett is taking a poop right now. Oh, your boy G-Salt. Just going to call this out. Garrett Salter is taking a dump right this second. Everybody spam him. Send him up shit.
Do we have video evidence?
I don't think we have video evidence.
Is it a tweet?
Should we give him a call? Put him on speaker?
Oh, yeah, Garrett, you don't want me to bring up Nana Funk's.
Do we have a picture?
We don't have a picture. I don't want to see Garrett's thing.
No, that's not the point. I'm just curious to know how we can actually verify this.
I don't know. Well, his first thing he said is, "I'm taking a poop while watching this."
Oh, that's fine.
We need to send him. You know what we should do?
Call-ins from the toilet.
No, we should send out people can pay, and we can send out ALP care packages, which is gonna be fanny packs with ball wipes.
Yes.
Everything we said.
Or we need to start playing our games again, and that's the prize. There's a fanny pack full of Tide Pods, ball wipes, condoms, bottle openers.
Hey, what is this?
That's Garrett.
Oh, nice. Who thinks ball wipes are baller? Like deodorizer.
Oh, that should be the name. Baller.
Yeah.
Baller.
Brad's our marketing man.
Mm-hmm. Baller ball wipes.
Banking off the baller brand. That is pretty baller. No, but next week we'll have a guest.
Do we know who our guest is?
Yes, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying who.
It's a secret, folks. It's
a secret. It's LeVar Ball.
That's right.
What if it was?
That'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
No, it's going to be LeVar Burton.
Could be. Star Trek guy.
Mm-hmm. Reading Rainbow.
Right. Oh, I forgot he did that.
Yeah.
I remember that shit.
I'd shit myself.
On PBS? Was that PBS?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After school specials.
I remember that back in the day, which was a Wednesday. I used to eat dog food. Is that weird?
No, I remember.
I'm glad he came out with that because at first I thought he started to say I used to eat dog shit.
No, I used to eat dog food. The reason that came up is because like I used to come I would sit on the arm of the chair with a cup full of dog food. My mom said she hated my shit. My diaper was so gritty and nasty.
I have a story about that from when you were. This is back when we lived in Louisiana, and you had a diaper. My mom had to clean you off, but with a hose outside.
How do you remember that? You're younger than I am.
No, my mom told me the story.
Oh, so you don't remember?
I don't remember. I remember the story.
Word.
She had to hose you off because it was like someone super glued gravel onto his asshole.
Right. That's Purina dog chow.
I told you. I break records with my shit turds.
Right.
I do.
You know, it's funny because when I was a kid, I'll never forget. My dad would do stuff he'd eat cat food out of the cat bowl, and I'd be like, "Mom, Dad's eating cat food again." And so I actually kind of did that to my kids when they were young. I'd like grab a piece of dog food, and they're like, "What are you doing, Dad?"
Don't worry about it.
Did you actually like it? I mean, it was like a snack for you.
I have no idea.
Scooby snacks.
I don't know. I remember the.
Do you remember eating it?
I remember this. I don't really remember.
So, just out of curiosity, if I brought in a thing of
I wouldn't
Beyond, well, I was going to ask you, okay, because we could bring it in our fanny. You could bring it in a fanny pack next week. Well, that's what I'm saying. You want to try a piece next week?
I really am going to I'm going to bulk buy fanny packs. And if anybody wants a AOP fanny pack,
right,
loaded with some
ball wipes.
We got to invent those too.
Okay, ball wipes.
We got to manufacture some ball wipes, deodorizing wipe for men, which is brilliant. We're cornering the market here.
Okay, we're gonna have that. We're gonna have Tide Pods.
Here's a commercial. Are you having a busy day? With musty taint.
What you need is an ALP.
An ALP ball
Open
wipe.
your ALP fanny pack and get out an ALP ball wipe.
You have some gravelly dog shit coming out your fanny.
I'm gonna have
Terry farther.
I'm gonna have Terry Crews do the commercial.
Right.
Great.
But going back on the doo-doo, what's the fascination with guys sending each other pictures of their massive dumps that they've taken?
That's just the weirdest thing to me.
Eli's in here. He knows what we're talking about. I never.
We know a lot of people like that.
Eli and Morgan, they have like competitions.
And some other in y'all's group, okay?
Who? Oh, JB?
JB does, okay? The biggest thing, like the first thing they want to do every morning is like Instagram or Snapchat. They're taking a dump. I'm like, why do you do this?
You got the logs.
Well, honestly, if you see me like or share anything on Facebook, I'm on a toilet.
You got the logs.
I'm on the toilet.
Yeah, but it's not a visual thing, right?
Yeah.
It's more of a like, beat this.
Right? Is that what it is? It's a competition.
Yes, so.
Okay.
I feel good. Just crack my toe. But that's gonna do it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen, hopers and tramps, cock-up mosquitoes, and bowhead ants. If you enjoy what you heard, please go rate and subscribe on iTunes. Give us a nice 5-star review. That'd be baller. Or whatever app you want to do. It doesn't really matter. You know, Google Play.
Baller wipes.
If you have it,
any podcast app. Don't matter to me. You can go to YouTube, like the video. You could subscribe or hit the bell icon. That way you know when we go live. That way I don't have to get on Facebook and show you my stupid mug. Also, if you have any requests for content on the show and you have my personal number, you can do that. Or you can email almostlegalpodcast@gmail.com. Follow us on social media. Facebook, Instagram, just search Almost Legal Podcast. Twitter is @ALPShow17. And until next week, I will see you. Thanks for being on the show, guys.
We're out.